It's strange how your brain can make you feel exhausted, even when you've barely done anything all day. A few months ago, that was me. I'd pick up my phone for just 2 minutes, and somehow an hour would disappear. I'd open my laptop, forget why I opened it, switch between 5 tabs, and end the day wondering where all my time had gone. Every night I promised myself tomorrow would be different. Every morning I repeated the same cycle. I wasn't lazy, I wasn't depressed, I wasn't unmotivated. My brain had simply forgotten how to focus. For the longest time, I thought I had a discipline problem. The truth was, I had a brain stuck in constant overload. My name is Sweet, and welcome to Her Blueprint. In this video, I'll share the 4 simple changes that cleared my brain fog and helped me take back my focus. The last one seemed almost too small to matter, but it changed everything. The scary part is that nothing about this feels unusual anymore. We wake up to notifications before our feet even touch the floor. We answer messages while brushing our teeth. We scroll while eating. We compare our lives to strangers online. At work, we juggle emails, meetings, and endless to-do lists. Then we come home and carry the invisible work of remembering birthdays, checking on family, planning meals, and thinking about everyone else's needs before our own. No wonder our minds feel full. For a long time, I believed my brain was slowing down. I thought I was becoming lazy or losing my drive, but that wasn't the truth. Brain fog isn't always your brain slowing down. Sometimes it's your brain trying to protect you from constant overload. Think about it. Your brain was never designed to process thousands of messages, videos, opinions, and decisions every single day. When it gets too much, it doesn't always ask for help. Sometimes it simply becomes noisy. It struggles to focus. It forgets small things. It reaches for easy distractions because they feel safer than another hard decision. The moment I understood this, something inside me changed. I stopped blaming myself for not being strong enough. Instead, I became curious about what my brain had been trying to tell me all along. And once I understood that, everything I had tried before suddenly made sense. I didn't need more willpower. I needed to stop fighting my brain and start giving it what it had been asking for all along. Picture this. You finally sit down to get something important done. You open your laptop, take a deep breath, and tell yourself, "I'm going to focus this time." Then your phone lights up. Just one notification. You unlock it for a quick look, answer one message, watch one short video, and before you know it, 20 minutes are gone. You blink, look back at your laptop, and wonder where the time disappeared. Have you ever wondered why your hand reaches for your phone before your brain even decides to? I used to think it was a bad habit, but it was much deeper than that. Without even knowing it, my brain had learned something. Every time I felt bored, stressed, unsure of myself, or uncomfortable, my phone offered an easy escape. One swipe gave me something new to see. Another swipe helped me forget what I was avoiding, even if it was only for a few seconds. Slowly, scrolling stopped being entertainment. It became comfort. It became relief. It became the fastest way to avoid difficult feelings. That's why quitting felt so hard. I wasn't just trying to stop using my phone. I was trying to break a pattern my brain believed was keeping me safe. My phone stopped being something I used. It quietly became something my nervous system depended on. The more I understood that, the more I realized I didn't need to be harder on myself. I needed a better way to handle stress, boredom, and the quiet moments I had been running from. So instead of trying harder, I stopped fighting my brain and started working with it. Working with my brain didn't mean making big changes overnight. It meant making small changes that were so easy, my brain stopped fighting them. Looking back, there were 4 shifts that changed everything. The first was simple. I stopped chasing motivation. For years, I told myself I would start when I felt ready or inspired, when I had more energy. But that day almost never came. So I made starting almost impossible to avoid. Instead of writing for an hour, I told myself to write 1 sentence. Instead of cleaning the whole room, I picked up 5 things. Instead of planning the perfect workout, I put on my shoes. Then, something surprising happened. Starting was no longer the hard part. Once I began, my brain usually wanted to keep going. I learned that action creates motivation, not the other way around. The second shift felt strange at first. I stopped feeding my brain constant noise. For the first time in years, I stopped reaching for my phone the moment I woke up. I opened the curtains instead. I sat quietly with my tea. Some mornings, I went for a short walk without music or podcasts. I simply let my thoughts catch up with me. The first few mornings felt painfully quiet. Then I realized something that almost made me laugh. My brain had forgotten what silence sounded like. At first, I wanted to fill every quiet moment with another video or another scroll. But little by little, the silence stopped feeling uncomfortable. It became peaceful. My thoughts became clearer. Ideas started coming back. I didn't feel pulled in 100 different directions anymore. The third shift taught me why I always felt mentally tired. I used to jump from one task to another all day long. I'd answer an email, then check a message, then open social media, then return to work, then remember something else I needed to do. By the end of the day, I felt busy, but I hadn't finished much. I later realized that every unfinished task stayed in the back of my mind, quietly asking for attention. It was like carrying several heavy bags everywhere I went, so I made one simple rule: finish one thing, then move to the next. It wasn't perfect every day, but it gave my mind room to breathe. Instead of carrying 10 half-finished tasks, I started enjoying the peace that comes from completing one before beginning another. The fourth shift changed the way I saw productivity forever. I stopped measuring my day by how many boxes I checked. Instead, I asked myself one question: how present was I today? Because a day filled with rushing, worrying, and constant distraction never felt satisfying, no matter how much I finished. But 1 hour of deep focus felt better than an entire day spent chasing everything at once. I stopped trying to become a woman who was always busy. I started becoming a woman who was intentional with her time, her attention, and her energy. That was the moment everything started changing. Looking back, I realized brain fog was never the real enemy. The real enemy was living on autopilot. So many of us spend our days reacting. We answer messages the second they arrive. We carry other people's expectations. We rush through work, take care of family, check every notification, and fall into endless scrolling. But we rarely stop and ask, where do I want my attention to go? That question changed everything for me. Attention is where your life happens. Whoever controls your attention slowly controls your future. That hit hard. I had been losing. Every hour I spent half present was an hour I could never get back. I wasn't just missing tasks, I was missing moments, ideas, conversations, and pieces of myself. But this isn't a reason to feel guilty, it's a reason to wake up. The beautiful part is that attention can be trained. Every time you choose to come back to the present instead of another distraction, you are teaching your brain a new way to live. And little by little, the fog begins to lift. Not because your life became easier, but because you finally took back control of where your mind belongs. Remember when I said I thought I had a discipline problem? I didn't. I had a distracted brain living in a distracted world. I learned that I didn't need to become a different woman. I simply needed to create an environment where the woman I had always been could finally think clearly again. The goal was never to be busy. The goal was to become the kind of woman who protects her peace, guards her attention, and keeps the promises she makes to herself. Because every small promise you keep builds trust in yourself, and that trust becomes the foundation for the life you want. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what's been stealing your attention the most lately? I'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with a woman in your corner. Welcome to Her Blueprint, your life by design.